All right, so we are here on Data Lima, and what we will be doing is looking at some SQL and data science related interview questions, but specifically for SQL for different companies as we are able to see. But for today, we'll be looking at data science skills for LinkedIn. And I would like for you to be able to share, if I'm not able to solve this problem in under 5 minutes, to share suggestions of how I could have done it or how I could have better handled. All right, let's look at the first question that we'll be looking at is the LinkedIn data science related question where we'll be solving an SQL problem, of course. So let's go in and start also the time. All right, the time has been started. So what we are here given in this problem is given a table of candidates and their skills and their task, or your task is to find a suited open data science job. So this find candidate, there's candidates for the suited data science job. You want to find candidates who are proficient in Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. Write a query. This candidate possesses all the skills and sort them. These candidates by ID in ascending order. So this is the table that we have here of the candidates. So understanding the question very well is that we want people that have this skill. So we want only people that have the skill that we need. So it is where in the skills column, in and but in the skills column we have these languages that the people must be able to know, or this candidate must be able to have. And what else is Tableau? Do you think copying and pasting is better than, or is faster than typing out the words? Because sometimes I feel like like copying and pasting just takes more time from the 5 minutes we have. And then we have PostgreSQL as well as one of the languages. So let's paste it in as well. But what we want is the IDs of these people, right? We want to show the ID, but what we're able to see is that our Chrome is not working, it's not responding. So in our 5 minutes, we have lost some of the seconds, but we only want the candidate's ID that have these skills, only them, right? Only them. So now let's run and see if we're able to run and be able to see it only the candidates. Okay, what we are able to see is the candidates that only have these skills, but we're able to see here 1, 2, 3 ID has Python, Tableau, and PostgreSQL. But also, what this one is saying to us is that we want to be able to see which one is the highest, is the one who's on top. How do we find the one on top? What we will do is say we also want to count what is to count the people. I mean the All right, so I'm looking in time, but I'm trying to think as well at the same time. So what we want is not to be able to just only find the people or the IDs of people who possesses these skills, but we also want to be able to put them together and say this person is on top because they have all the skills, right? So number one because they have all the skills. Because for this one, it has three of the skills, but only one of the skills. So um, let's count the skills that each person has. So skill. Okay, let's count them, right? So we say count. We use count, and this is a skill. And what we'll write to this one as, we'll write it as skill count. We only have 1 minute now. Skill count. So when you have the skill count, we'll do is that we'll count the skills for each ID, the skills for each ID, and then after us counting the skill for each ID, we want to group together the group by. We want to group it by the candidate's ID. And group it by candidate's ID. And the next thing we want to do is to also say on the skill count, we only have 5 seconds. We still want to say on the skills count, we want to move it in ascending order. Okay, the time is ended, but I want to see if I was able to actually, or I was heading in the right direction. But for this challenge, we failed because we're not able to do it in 5 seconds. So if you were able to do it in not in 5 seconds, but in 5 minutes, if you're able to do it in 5 minutes, please be able to share how you did it on the comment section. So what I wanted to say here is that we also want to group this thing, or want to be able to sort it in a certain order, sort by. No, is there a query that says sort by? No, let's say, okay, there's a query that says group by, right? And then you group it in this so that these ones will come together, and then they will count the skill. But now I want it to be able to put them together, like put the group ideas. I mean, we want them to order. Yes, we want to order, not group by, not sort by, but we order by. We want. Okay, so what happened is that the recording stopped for some reason, but I was able to write that we have to order it by skills and then skill count, and we want it in a descending order. So I chose descending order, even though they said here in an ascending order, because in a descending order we're able to see which is the number one candidate, and our number one candidate has been the candidates with the ID 123, right? Candidate 123 has all the three skills that we require.